Yes, I have admittedly taken a very long hiatus from One Piece reviews. One might even say my One Piece reviews are more irregular than Hunter x Hunter chapter releases. But I'm back with this here digital visual spectacle. But before you continue indulging in this MP4 goodness, I suggest you press this JPEG goodness in the middle of your screen. It will bring you more bytes, many more bytes, even megabytes of anime analyzed content and flash it right onto your retinas. And it's a fact that this will give you a healthy dosage of anime-induced serotonin, so I would suggest you get on that, and I will get on presenting this video thing. Hey friends, Anime Analyzed here, and yes, I missed a few weeks of chapter reviews, but that just means more things to talk about, so be happy. Also, customary spoiler warning for all of those who have not read chapter 1036 or any chapters before that yet, and if you did that, you're a crazy person. So we're coming off the heels of a few very explosive and revealing chapters, both of which showed us the dichotomy between the Straw Hats and the Beast Pirates. And in doing so, we get to see some wonderful character development for both the wings of the Pirate King. It's very clever, really, to help us see how far our crew has come by showing us what could have happened if things went horribly wrong. Starting with Queen. Queen has some bespoke bones to pick with Judge, the father of Sanji, and as we know, Sanji has quite some hatred for his father as well. In Whole Cake Island, we see Sanji finally coming into his own and gaining a sense of self-worth as well as respect for his captain Luffy. Before this arc, Sanji had been that guy who was capable and strong but had no belief in his abilities. But him finally accepting his family and continuing to live his own life, not tied down by hatred or expectation, was the turning point for his character. Queen, on the other hand, bases his whole self-worth on beating Judge. Through Queen, Oda shows what could have happened if Sanji didn't decide to live an independent life, where he defined his own self-worth. Similarly, King shows a level of complete subservience to Kaido, not seeming to question anything he says or does. And for those of you who follow One Piece more casually, which, if you're caught up to the manga, you probably don't, it's easy to think that Zoro is the same, always following Luffy into his crazy decisions. But there are many key moments where Zoro has noticed our elastic captain faltering and taken matters into his own hands, almost becoming a de facto captain. For example, when Luffy was about to run after Usopp after he leaves the crew, Zoro stopped Luffy, reminding him that since he disrespected the captain, he would have to apologize before joining again. So while King's loyalty to Kaido is impressive and admirable, it is also a flaw in his character that has led the Beast Pirates and Kaido, arguably, to the drunken and unmotivated state they are in now. Basically, these last few chapters have been an exploration of the slight nuances that can be the difference between reaching the pinnacle and, well, not doing that. And I expect sometime in the next few chapters that we will learn the difference between Luffy and Kaido. Stay subscribed so you can hear the breakdown of that. Speaking of nuance, 1036 also shows a lot in the form of the vassals. We have this wonderful section in the middle with Usopp basically yelling at Kinemon and Kiko because they want to die needlessly. In a way, this is similar to Kaido's obsession with wanting a grandiose and flashy death. Although they are mortal enemies, they see eye to eye in this particular aspect, ironically linking them. But let's appreciate Usopp and him finally being positive in his life. Remember, Perona couldn't attack him because of his tremendous negativity, and the fact that he can be positive shows growth on his part. Izo is also reintroduced in the fray in this scene, which is nice. No clue what his role will be, but I did find it interesting that he has the Kozuki crest on the back instead of the Whitebeard Pirates logo. And also, God Usopp. I find this very interesting because in a way, after 1036 chapters and so many followers, Oda is still able to make this story somewhat personal. When I see moments like this, it makes me feel like I'm in on some sort of inside joke, even though I know everyone is. And I think that was a really nice touch on Oda's part. I had low-key forgotten that Big Mom still needs to be taken out. And CP0 took out Drake, which I had said would only be the case if they were important, and that, of course, means they're important. I have noticed that Oda never shows something unless he plans on using it later, kinda like a Chekhov's gun. In a weird way, he is actually an extremely efficient storyteller, so since he went through the trouble of reintroducing these characters again, I am sure they will be important. This of course means that Yamato and the numbers still have some role to play in Wano, which begs the all-important question. What? How the hell will Oda end this arc? But here's the end of the chapter review. Please leave a like and subscribe and comment down below with your thoughts on this chapter. I'll catch y'all later.